Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble day. Continue to have a blessed and humble morning. This y'all shorty Rachel. I want to welcome all of y'all to the Writers for Life brings you the Let's Talk About It podcast. Today we're gonna be doing some reviews and reactions to, caught on camera, teachers and parents get arrested for abuse and neglect of children. This is an open panel. Y'all more than welcome to talk, right? Listen, man, I'm gonna just let y'all know, the trolls, right? And if you're not respectful, you will get banned. So watch what you say, right? Appreciate everybody that joined the shorty on yesterday's live stream, right? Those that had a conversation. We was talking about current news and much more. So I appreciate all y'all support, those that, shared the videos, those that had a conversation with a shorty and much more. I want to give a shout out to my day one subscribers, the new subscribers. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all a lot, man. So we gonna get this joint started, right? We are going to let me get the video. My bad. Oh, do I have the video? No, not yet. All right, my bad. I had it set up, but then all right. So we're gonna start with the first. Let me get this joint out the way. All right. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get started with this, right? Like I said, if y'all want to come up, talk to a shorty, let a shorty know, right? The link to the StreamYard is on my description box down below, and it's also pinned in the chat. You might not be able to, hit the link on the chat, right? But y'all should be able to hit it in the description box. If not, let a shorty know. I'll put it on the community wall. But right now we're gonna see when we're gonna be reacting to when terrible teachers realize they're going to jail. Man, we've talked about the stuff that's going on in our schools, right? For those of you that don't know, I have a petition roaming around to get more cameras in each and every one of our classrooms, right? So that we could see what's happening in these schools, right? Shout out to the parents that came together and managed to have the dojo class created, and now we got it's not the cameras I want, but we got some cameras in certain classrooms, right, from pre-K all the way up to third grade. A shorty is aiming for all classrooms. We need cameras in each and every one of these classrooms. We need more security guards, and we need deeper backgrounds on school employees, right? My petition is in the chat down below. It's also in the description box, right? Anybody that has a zip code is able to sign it. I suggest that y'all make this locally and also nationwide, my bad. Anybody that has a zip code, once again, is able to sign this petition, and y'all support is highly, it's really, really appreciated. Like, we need to get this started. We need, we need to make a change, and it starts with us, right? And I don't get tired of saying that. There's so many things happening in these classrooms. Why should we put our complete trust, in the hands of complete strangers for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week? And things like this happen, and the schools can't even give us answers. So once again, shout out to those parents that came up with the class dojo. We all, those parents that also came together, got united, and now we got cameras in the school buses. So this is possible if we come together. We need enough of us to come together to make this happen. So once again, let's get this started. I appreciate y'all. Keep the conversations respectful, because if not, listen, man, I'll ban you right away. We not tolerating no disrespect here. Man, we could goof around, we could joke around, but the disrespect is not tolerated. So let's get it started. When terrible teachers realize they're going to jail.
Teachers are tasked with raising the future of any society. But what happens when they're discovered unfit for the role and end up in jail?
She spanks them and everything. When she
Like
gets
in the
them.
butt, or
Yeah.
where does she?
She's a woman of position of power and use it to molest a child.
Here are 5 times teachers realized they were getting arrested. Starting with Brittany Zamora, whose evil attracted 44 years in prison.
Your mind is foul,
Damn.
your heart is ugly, and you disgust me.
On March 22, 2018, police received very troubling reports from a couple that their 13-year-old son was sexually abused by a school teacher.
Oh, wow.
So yesterday I got the alert and I kept getting alerts back to back because the word baby kept being used. But this time I saw at the bottom that it had
Ms. Zamora.
Mrs. Zamora. Instagram profile.
Okay.
That's her name.
The couple reported to officers that they discovered sexually charged text messages between their 13-year-old son and his 6th grade teacher. After
Yo, that teacher today, man, I'm telling people, call me Griselda, put the handcuffs on. That teacher would not be here today. You sat here and sexually abused my 13-year-old? Man.
receiving several notifications from a monitoring app installed on the 13-year-old's phone. They recounted that Brittany had texted her son through Instagram and sent overly flirtatious messages to the 13-year-old, with some of them even suggesting that they had already engaged in sexual acts.
Oh, wow.
Children has been the conversation, and then when he came home, we talked to my son, and we told him, we need you to be completely honest right now. We already know the answer to everything we're going to ask, so we just need you to tell us the truth. And so my husband just told him, have you done anything with your teacher? Did you have sex with your teacher? He said, yes.
This is
said
crazy.
yes. Okay.
Upon questioning from his parents, the 13-year-old confirmed that he had engaged in sexual relations with Brittany at least 6 times in her car and the classroom.
This young boy just admitted to having sexual relationships with his teacher at least 6 times in her car and in the classroom. How was it possible for a teacher to have sex with a minor in a classroom in a public school? It's possible. I mean, we reacted to so many videos like this of teachers getting arrested for sexually abusing their students. It's been teachers, coaches, counselors, principals. I mean, hey, the list goes on. And like I said, listen, man, I don't trust none of them. None of them. Like, there's some good teachers out here, but it's fucked up. It's unfortunate that the bad ones are the ones that outshine them. Yo, we building caskets up in this joint.
We were doing a talent show thing, and I was saying bye. Me and my friend were about to walk, and I was saying bye, and then I grabbed my backpack, and my friend was messing with her computer, and then she's kissing me and everything, and she's like, you want to go in? And I was like, what? And she's like, you want to go in? And I was like, sure. And then the same thing, I didn't take my pants off or anything, but she was wearing a dress, so she just pulled her underwear to the side. And then I was in there for a minute, and then I was all right, I gotta go.
In one of those encounters, Brittany went as far as instructing a friend of the victim to act as a lookout, and he eventually ended up being another victim.
I was one of the witnesses, or one of the people that saw Ms. Zamora and my friend touch each other.
Was Miss Zamora saying anything?
No, they're just doing it. It was very uncomfortable. So that's why the second day they're doing stuff. And Ms. Zamora asked me if my thing was uncircumcised or circumcised. And I didn't know what that means. So Ms. Zamora went on her phone and looked up uncircumcised and circumcised.
A year after her arrest, Brittany's court sentencing took place, and the atmosphere was very charged.
She was a young teacher. But she really sat here and asked the young boy, was he circumcised? What in the world is wrong with this lady?
Both victims and the 13-year-old boy's parents were absent at the court, but in attendance was the mother of the boy Brittany used as a lookout, and she expressed the anger of both victims.
Your mind is foul, your heart is ugly, and you disgust me. You should be embarrassed and ashamed of yourself. You deserve to leave prison at an age where you cannot bear children of your own. You deserve to spend the next 27 Christmases alone, the next 27 birthdays alone in your cell with no family and no friends to comfort you. Brittany Zamora, your secret is out. The world knows you are a child. And while you sit in your cell and think that maybe things will get better, they won't. You are forever labeled a child, and everyone hates a child.
The victim's mother requested the court hand Brittany the maximum sentence of 44 years in prison. She stated that Brittany's acts were heinous, and Brittany herself seemed to agree with this.
I mean, she was sick. And it's crazy, she herself agreed to, yo, we building caskets up in this joint, man. They should have gave her the 44 years, but like I tell people, man, that shit is a reward for these predators, yo. Like for me, yo, the solution is building a casket, but we can't do that, right? That's against the law. Shit. Because there's no cure for this shit, man. Like, yo, this lady is sick in the head. I like you see, like, listen, the petition is down on the chat. It's also in the description box down below, right? Y'all can sign it. Let's get these cameras in each and every one of these classrooms, right? It's all, it's this petition is nationwide, worldwide, however y'all want to call it, is also locally, right? You could also start a local petition just like the one that I have, right? For whatever city and state that you're in, right? And as long as you have a zip code, you can sign this petition. Let's get these cameras in. We need more parents united. Once again, shout out to the parents that, was able to come together. We got the class dojo, right, for certain classes from pre-K to third grade. We got cameras in the school buses. Let's keep going. For those of y'all that say this is not possible, it can't be done. Yes, it can. Oh snap! We got what up now? We got Commander in the building. Blessings, Commander. How you doing this morning, yo? Welcome to the live this morning, yo. Today we watching when terrible teachers realize they're going to jail. I mean, the next one is gonna be, man, when kids get their own parents arrested. So let's continue, y'all, man. These crime videos is crazy. Like, people be doing the craziest things. But see, you wouldn't expect the teacher to be a predator, would you? And there's a lot of people that say, oh, that's not possible. Guess what? It is possible. Teachers are bullies, predators, and much more. And once again, why should we put our trust, in the hands of a complete stranger for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week? Like, it makes no sense. So these cameras are highly needed, at least to help out these kids that are going through it.
As she pleaded guilty to her charges, Brittany's family was also present in the courtroom, and it seemed they had come to terms with Brittany's possible incarceration. But a press conference they held in the middle of the case revealed something shocking.
Brittany is not a predator.
What?
And this was not between a young child and Brittany.
Who
This
the
was
fuck
a
is
teenager.
this?
The teenager had boundary issues and was obsessed with Brittany.
Who's
The
this?
teenage boy was very aggressive. He
Yo, she
even was very
tripping.
persistent in asking Brittany.
Yo, the young bull sound like, if you rewind back, you can hear the young bull talking. Like, this teacher asked him, was he circumcised? He didn't even know what circumcision was. But he was the aggressor? 13 years old. And we're talking about a teacher, what, like 19, 20, probably a little older. I think she's probably in her 20s. If not, I probably could be mistaken. They haven't even said her age yet, but mostly these teachers be 30 and up. So, but she look a little young. Either way, it's fucking disgusting.
About her birthmarks, molars, or anything else that could be an identifiable piece of information.
Brittany's attorney demanded that the 13-year-old boy was the aggressor who coerced Brittany into committing the crimes. She claimed that the juvenile had boundary issues and was obsessed with her client. Her blame shifting met severe criticism, and although the press wasn't allowed to ask questions, their reaction was explosive.
Are you guys really blaming a 13-year-old boy as
Did she really blame the 13-year-old? Yes, she did.
That's not what I said.
You honestly
Yes,
saying
you
that
did.
Brittany was the victim? You just gonna read that and walk away?
Brittany was charged with sexual misconduct with a minor, attempted molestation of a minor, and public sexual indecency. She was sentenced to 20 years in prison, the lowest sentence for her crime. But Angie's actions were even more horrific.
Where my mouse go? Shit. It wasn't supposed to go all the way over there. Like,
Were even more horrific.
they gave her 22 years. Like, that's the lowest. They should have gave her the maximum. And that lawyer, whoever was talking for her, like, talking on her behalf, she ain't no better. She's a fucking, she condones child predators. Like, she literally sat here and shifted the blame towards the child. Like, I cannot stand people that'll sit here and shift the blame towards the victim. That really does boil my blood. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It boils my blood. Like, I don't know what is wrong with people. Like, I feel as though sometimes people need to walk a mile in certain people's shoes, right? Because YouTube is deleting your comments. I didn't even know. Wait, why is YouTube deleting her comments? I wonder why. You a mod, it shouldn't delete your comments at all unless you're writing something, disrespectful. And you don't ever write nothing disrespectful. I could say Commander's been the most respectful person I've had in my chat. She goofy, but she's respectful as hell. So why would YouTube want to delete her comments? YouTube, you tripping right now, man. But yeah, this teacher should have gotten the whole 44 years. And this is why, on this channel, man, we build caskets. So if y'all find the caskets, and it's in the in the little chat thing, if y'all find the caskets, make sure y'all fill the chat up with caskets, y'all. Because today it look like we building caskets for all these teachers.
Public sexual indecency. She was sentenced to 20 years in prison, the lowest sentence for her crime. But Angie's actions were even more horrific.
What did Angie do?
On February 9th, 2023, it appeared to be a
This was
normal
last
day
year.
at a New Mexico daycare until an
This was
employee
in New
secretly
Mexico.
recorded the alarming moment the director grabbed a 3-year-old autistic child.
Get on the chair.
Yeah. This was in New Mexico. They talking English and everything. She said, "Get out the chair. Get out the chair." They talk English over there. Oh, snappity, snap, snap, snap. I would have thought they would be talking in Spanish, but no, they talking English. Nueva Mexico. Nuevo Mexico. New Mexico. New Mexico.
It was dirty on the
The
side.
other side. It was dirty on the edge.
It was dirty on the side.
The video cuts off there, and it is unclear what led up to it or where the child was taken, but it left the employee along with the children visibly traumatized. Shortly after the incident, the employee notified the police, who on arrival received a very horrific account.
When she did that, what was the whole situation?
Because he didn't want to sit on the chair.
Because he didn't want to sit?
Yeah.
Okay. And she was making him sit.
And then she pulled him up by his front.
Yo, shout out to this employee. I don't normally hear this. Like, yo, this employee said, "Fuck that. I don't care if we, if we work together. Like, at the end of the day, what you doing to this child is wrong." She stood up. She stood 10 toes down. She said, "I'm calling the cops, bitch. You getting arrested today." As you should. We should see more people like this. For real. Because people be calling the cops for the dumbest shit. Or for problems that could be solved. Nah, man, this bitch just sat here and did some shit to a child. It wasn't even hers. And even if it was hers, the cops should be called on her too. And them kids should not be with her. Like, so shout out to this lady right here, man, because it's rare. Like, I don't normally see, co-workers sit here and rat on each other like that. So shout out to this employee.
The front of the shirt. Yeah, by the front of the shirt. And then that's what she put the
Do you know where she took him after?
From the video, the 3-year-old boy cried after being lifted by his shirt, but as he walked toward the director's office, his cries intensified. It seemed the child knew exactly where he was going, and the horrors that
she was literally gripping him by the hoodie. She was choking him with that hoodie.
It seemed the child knew exactly where he was.
As she grabbed him and walked with him, she was choking him with that hoodie.
The boy cried after being lifted by his shirt, but as he walked toward the director's office, his cries intensified. It seemed the child knew exactly where he was going and the horrors that awaited him, and that proved that the occurrence had happened more than once.
She spanked them and everything. When she
Like in the butt, or
yeah,
where did she?
when she hit someone with her hand, and the one she grabbed.
Some fucked up shit.
Wow. In the next classroom.
In the next classroom.
Okay. Yeah, she hit someone with their hand and everything, and I just didn't want, because I get paid good, but at the same time, it was my kid.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
The employee confirmed that the recorded abuse was one of many, and that she got fed up and decided to pick up her phone and do the right thing. But then the officers proceeded to question the daycare director, who gave a very different narration.
Man? The reason I'm here today, because there's an anonymous call of potential child.
We're about to find out. I think that's a man
being grabbed. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Has there been anything going on?
Nobody's come talk to me about it.
That's what I'm saying. It came in anonymous, so I'm just trying to figure out. Like I said, I don't know what's going on, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is there anything going on with the kids? Anything that you've seen? Any issues?
Come on, speak
No,
up.
anything that happens, like if they fall
Well,
or
that's a
anything like that, we
woman.
have to write up incident reports to give it to the parent.
You have to write it up. Okay.
The cops' questions were very clearly on the abuse of the children, but the director quickly shifted the question toward accidents to the kids, in hopes of deflecting the question away from the abuse allegations. This tactic is commonly used among guilty suspects when they find that giving a straight lie would be very difficult. But the cop had been in several of these situations and was well equipped to handle it.
Okay. Do you guys like discipline them in any form?
We can't discipline them.
No.
All we can do is talk to the parent.
Okay.
And then it's up to the parent. If the parent
Yo, this lying sack of shit said we cannot discipline. All we could do is talk to the children. So why in the world was you dragging somebody else's child by the hood, choking the crap out of him? Yo, this lady ain't shit, man. Give her the death penalty. Even though she ain't kill nobody, but she hurt that child, man. Give her the death penalty. And if she put her hand somewhere in the blind spot where nobody could see her, give her the death penalty. I'm building a casket for her right now in Fantasyland, all right? It's all up in my head. Trust me, I got the hammer, the wood, I got everything. Now I'm thinking of a good design to put in her casket because I'm giving her a nickname. Like, real shit.
parent,
So you guys are not allowed to touch them at all. Just
no, and we tell the parent that really
Just saw
spanking
you on
doesn't
camera.
work because if he grabbed that kid
He's a
at
lying
9 in the
sack of
morning, by the
shit.
time you get him home and spank him, he doesn't know.
The director seemed to have her story put together and deflected the questions multiple times. She even attempted to put up a good front by insisting to the cop that she warned the children's parents against spanking them. This was hugely infuriating for the cop, considering the employee's previous claim, but she remained professional and requested to go into the daycare where she would meet the 3-year-old boy.
Oh, are you okay? Yeah. Did that hurt? Yeah. Hi there. What happened to your nose? He's gonna check his hoodie. I'm gonna look at your hoodie, okay?
Can you draw mine? Do mine too.
Heads down. Put your head on heads down. Put your head on. You're just talking to Caspian. He's fine. Down.
You did a great job. Give me knuckles. Excellent.
These are our friends.
Excellent.
It's pretty.
Dito,
Great
who
job.
he is? Like, he don't seem like he's bad. Like, bad.
3 or 4.
Yo, he don't seem like he's really that bad, man. Kids with autism, they are like they very hyper sometimes, right? And they do get very talkative. Like, they could really talk. Some of them. Like, I don't know what could have gotten this lady. I mean, I thought it was a man. I apologize for that. That's the only thing I apologize for. I really thought it was a man. She looked like a fucking man. Fuck. I should have looked at the Adam's apple. But why the fuck was she? I mean, Rachel, don't start cursing. Like, why was she treating this baby like this, man?
Okay.
All right. You just get the parents. 49 and I'll hang with him.
The officers had a wholesome interaction with the kid and even had the chance to receive his drawing. They wondered how the director could treat him in such a horrific way, and after
just
leaving
said
the
that.
daycare, they immediately started investigations into the case. Although they would have liked it sooner, Angie Flores was arrested 4 months after the incident and
Good.
charged with 2 felony counts of child abuse.
Why take them 4 months to arrest this lady? 4 months? Even with the video evidence? 4 months?
Pending further investigations from the police, she was released from custody, but no longer works at the daycare. But the next teacher's actions
Wow.
were so bizarre that she was tipped to spend 240 years in prison.
You're attracted to little girls.
On February 21st, 2019, authorities were alerted after a 7-year-old girl cried home from school and told her parents that her substitute teacher had touched her. Police immediately located 19.
Yo, that's the moment where I turn into Griselda Blanco. Listen, man, I don't got multiple personalities, but like I tell people, man, I mean, listen, I don't know if y'all know the story about the cocaine godmother, man, but for real, I admire her a lot. Like, she did what she had to do to, survive, overcome what she was going through, and to keep her kids safe. Man, like, she did it with her husbands and shit, but she ain't give a fuck. She killed anybody that got in her way too. Man, I'm telling you right now, shit. Man, you know what, Rachel? Keep building the caskets in your head. Because he 19 years old. Like, oh my God. Yo, I'm telling you, man. I think God made me a woman for a reason. But was that a good idea, God? Because I think women when they're angry, they worse than men. And right now, I want to just claw my way into his freaking head, pop his eyeballs out. Man, you know what? Let's just continue building the casket.
18-year-old Syed Yassin Asher, and what followed was a very disturbing interrogation.
Hey, girl. On Thursday, she's saying that you touched her butt inside of her pants.
He said, yeah, like nothing.
No.
Wait, what?
Man, listen. I don't understand why you cooperated with me. I know it's not. I know I'm gonna find out a whole lot more. Now I'm scared about what I'm gonna find out because you're not being honest with me. We keep on going back and forth.
Yo, I'm glad this officer is being humble. Like he said, yeah, like nothing in the beginning, then said, no, I didn't. Like, is you serious, man? 19 years old, like, listen, 19 years old, you know right from wrong, right? You see where I'm coming from? Like, this is crazy. Like, at 19 years old, you should know that that is wrong. I don't want to hear none of that shit at all. Like, yo, I want y'all to understand, right? I don't know if parents have, I mean, yes, you do know, Rachel. Man, I know a lot of parents don't have the conversations with their kids, but a lot of parents do. But how do we know if this is a child that the parent has had a conversation with or that the parent hasn't had a conversation with? Can't blame nobody but him. 19 years old. In college probably, or on his way to college, or not in college. You see where I'm coming from? Probably working. Is already having sex. Looking at a little girl like that, like they didn't tell him, that makes him a pedophile? She is the definition of mama bear, or rather lioness. Yep, Griselda Blanco, man. Griselda Blanco, yo.
You cried and you told me you were sorry.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like you're sorry when you're not being honest with me right now.
When officers arrived at Asher's home to detain him for questioning, they met him in tears as he apologized to them without specific knowledge of why he was getting detained. He explained that he was sorry and was truly a good person. So, with
19 years old, teaching, and he didn't know that it was wrong to touch a little girl's behind. Let's keep building caskets.
Signs of remorse from him, the detectives got into the interrogation room expecting an immediate confession from him, but they ended up getting frustrated.
You know, this other girl that came forward was crying to her mom, saying that something really bad happened to her. But you're sitting there and instead you're not sorry. You say you're sorry, you're not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Because you're not being completely honest with me. If somebody's truly sorry and wants forgiveness with anybody, you will be honest. You're not sorry.
He's not sorry. He wants a pass. He's sorry he got caught. That's what he's sorry for. He's sorry he got caught. Like, man.
So if I pull video, I will not see you touching anybody that day you substitute.
Oh, do not touch anybody.
Asher remained stiff-bodied and used a shaky, intense voice while denying the allegations. At the time, the detectives hadn't gathered much evidence about the case and hoped on Asher's confession, but they were suspicious that the 19-year-old was hiding something and led them to uncover something disturbing.
You're not a little kid. You're an adult now.
Yeah.
And you take responsibility for your actions. You decided to touch these girls. They didn't tell you to touch them. You made a decision. Honestly, you made a decision. You made a bad decision. You know that already.
So it's more than one girl. It's not his first time doing this. Yeah, he got to get put up. He need to be taught a lesson. He got to get taught a lesson.
But if you really care about making it better, be honest. If you really care about making things right, be
Shout out to
honest.
Commander.
I know he did. Tell me what happened.
Yes. Welcome in, and everybody. Make sure y'all double tap the screen, baby.
Oh, that's true about.
Inside her pants?
Yeah.
Where did that happen? Outside or inside?
So
Oh, wow.
Behind the desk or somewhere else?
beside the desk.
But how? Where do you put your hand?
On her back.
Mm-hmm. And you slid it down, or was it from underneath her skirt, or was it from above?
What's from above?
Like that, like you go down?
Yeah.
And what did she do?
And 20.
How long did that last for?
About 2 minutes.
Asher was only a substitute teacher at the school, but he had taught in 8 other schools and had watched over 1,000 students. During his interview process into these schools, he stated that he preferred to teach elementary school kids, and when asked why, he mentioned that it was just a preference. He had only started teaching for close to 4 months, but that it
He gonna need some type of this some type of mental issue. He needs some type of serious help. He needs to be put up, right? And the key needs to be put. Wait, like listen, and jail time is a reward, but something off with him. Like he said, kids are his preference. How many other kids did he do it to? But she said them, so that makes me think there's more than one kid. Because she didn't just say her, she said them. So how many kids did he touch in that school? And if he was teaching in other schools, right, as a substitute teacher, how many other kids did he probably do this to?
detectives were greatly troubled by the possibility of multiple victims, and they later realized something shocking.
Is there anybody else that's gonna come forward?
They will come forward. Slowly but surely, they will come forward. So he better speak up now.
I don't think so.
Look, I already know that there's probably gonna be more people coming forward. Is there anything else that you want to be honest with me about?
Days after the interrogation, multiple students reported to police about their encounters with Asher. One victim reported that Asher planted multiple unwanted kisses on her lips, and she was forced to devise an excuse to flee from him. In total, 6 girls below 8 years old came forward to report the molestation they experienced. Asher was tipped to serve 240 years in prison for
240 years in prison for 16 counts. Yo, all the girls were under the age of 8 years old. He really doesn't. Yo, this mother. Let's continue to build caskets, man, because. Yo, I want to get so wrong and cut with. Yo, this motherfucker doesn't deserve to live. Like, it's a shame he's 19 years old. He got a whole future ahead of him. But instead, in his head, he want to prey and lurk on little girls. Like,
counts of lewd and lascivious conduct. But after pleading guilty to 4 of those counts, he was sentenced to 8 years in prison and was registered as a sexual predator. But Kimberly's interrogation was even more frustrating.
Oh, yeah, I remember her. She was the teacher that went to school drunk. And I think she was popping whatever pills. She lied about, having liquor in school property. This teacher was out of pocket.
On August 17, 2023, police were called to a school after a newly employed teacher was suspected to have taught her 3rd grade students while heavily intoxicated.
So, just observing you in classroom, it looks like something's off a little bit. And so I've asked Officer Dean to come in here and visit with it. Have you taken anything that's, do you have a prescription for anything that maybe you have taken
Straight up lied to his office or what?
It seems like you're not the same person that I talked to this morning.
I did take some medication last night to help me with sleep because I have some anxiety stuff. But
Mm.
that's I can't think of the name of it right now, but I could look it up when I get home.
Okay. So you haven't taken anything while you
Listen, when you're prescribed the medication, even if you can't pronounce the name, you could at least say something close to the name. This lady couldn't even remember the name of the prescription that her doctor prescribed to her.
were at school?
No.
Okay. Now, one thing I would tell you is, for your employment, I want you to be truthful.
Okay.
And so, would you be willing to take a breathalyzer test?
If I needed to, yeah.
Kimberly was recently hired, and it was her first day teaching at the school, so it was arguable that she exhibited strange behaviors that the school superintendent mistook to be caused by intoxication. But her claim became more suspicious when she mentioned not knowing the anxiety pills she had taken the night before. If she did have a drug for anxiety, she would have needed to provide the name to get a refill. So it was very strange that she didn't attempt to remember the name of the drug, but it became even more strange when her entire story suddenly changed.
Have you taken any sort of medication today?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you taken any medication today?
I did take some medication this morning for my anxiety.
I thought it
What
was
did you
last
take
night.
This morning?
I think it's called
Can't remember?
Clozapine.
Clozapine.
I'm not very good with that.
Did you take it here at school
I took it. I took it this morning.
while you were here?
Yeah, right before I came in. Yes.
Okay.
Is it a prescription? Because you've changed your story a little bit. Now
Yeah,
you
you said it was
took-
last night.
Yeah.
Well, I took one last night and then I took one this morning because
Yo, if she was mixing them clozapines with the because they're not quazapines, they're clozapines, right? If she was mixing them with liquor, she was high as a kite in school, man. Because for those of y'all that don't know, clozapines is what they give you next to Xannies, right? You know, Xanax. When the doctor thinks that, you know, Xanax are too strong for you, or you're not going to be able to handle the Xanax, or, you know, you're like suicidal, they'll come and they'll give you clozapine. And I think it's like 2 others, if I'm not mistaken, that are in the family with Xannies. It's clozapine and something else. It's 2 other brands. Yo, she was high as a kite, man. I'm telling you, I've seen people misuse that medication. Boy, I don't know. I think psychiatrists think that because they replace the Xannies with the clozapine is going to make a difference, and it really doesn't. It really doesn't.
my anxiety was really like that.
Well, that's understandable.
Oh
but-
shit, we got
so
Commander
what
in the
time did you
back. I
take
didn't even know Commander was up in here.
This
What
morning?
up, man?
Whenever you took it last, what time was that?
What up, 9?
I'm not really for sure.
Blessings, Commander. How you doing this morning?
What's up, writers?
What's up? What's
So
up?
YouTube didn't like that I said that because I said I'm a crime junkie. Like this is my jam right here, but I
Oh,
guess it didn't like that.
No, I think that YouTube be tripping. Listen, man, I put on a community wall one day I was gonna cyber punch somebody, right? And they gonna sit here and give me a strike. I was like, y'all really gonna make me go through this little damn survey thingy and to get rid of this strike on my page? I was like, damn.
Yeah, they're being a little strict, huh?
Yeah, YouTube be tripping sometimes.
To
Man.
certain people. Because
No,
look
I
at what
think they do with
everybody
everybody.
else says. Like there's some people that say some foul stuff and YouTube just be skipping over them.
Sometimes, yeah, but then sometimes they be on it, so that must mean that they must be on this page.
That's good though. I mean, it's good in a way, you know.
Shit, I always get the fucking fucked up end of the stick. Real shit.
But continue with the video. I've seen this one already. Like this.
Yeah,
I'll
I
wait
reacted
though.
to this, John. They was it's I think it was they already talked about 2 other teachers. I think I'm not sure if this the 4th one or the 3rd one. I think it's the 3rd one if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, at the same school or just like different schools?
These are different schools, different teachers, yeah. This shit is crazy. These teachers is out of pocket, yo. All right, I'm gonna press play.
Where's it at? In your car? In your classroom?
No, I had one. I took it I put it in my pocket and then I took it.
You put it in your pocket?
Yeah. Because I didn't want to bring the whole bottle in.
You do know that if it's a narcotic, you have to have it in a bottle, right? Or you can be charged with it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's got to be in the prescription bottle.
Yeah, lady.
Yeah.
How you don't know that if they when you oh my God, when you go to work for a school, right? They tell you all this shit. They tell you what you can't do, what you can do, what they tell you the curriculum you got to teach, everything, what the students are allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do. And you're saying you did not know that you had to bring a prescription bottle. Even the kids got to bring in a prescription bottle, leave it at the nurse's office. And they got to get called in to take it. That's why, some of these teachers is just fucking spoiled. I mean, I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, because the kids sometimes can't even take like a Motrin, right? Or a Tylenol.
Oh, they have to
without
go to the
having permission and going to the nurse.
It has to be prescribed by a doctor, and it has to be in a bottle, and it has to be given to a nurse. That's why I'm looking at her. I mean, I'm not saying that the teacher's got to give it to a nurse. What I'm saying is, lady, you have to let the dean, the principal, somebody know that you got that bottle with you. You have to have proof that it's yours. That's why I'm looking at her like, how you don't know this? How the fuck did you become a teacher? That's one of the first. My bad.
No, go ahead.
That's one of the first things they teach you. Tell you.
I didn't know that.
Man, listen. It's
she
funny
forgot.
Even when you first sign up your child for school, right? They give you a little slip, right? And it tells you if your child is taking medication, let us know what medication, make sure you bring it in a bottle. Same shit with the teachers. If the teachers are taking medication, they have to make sure, that the school knows about it and what they're taking and who's prescribing it and what it's for.
I guess too, like one of the students could like go into her drawer or her purse.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at her
right?
like, I know they told you about this. Listen, I was a lunch lady and I was told the same shit. That's why I'm looking at it like, as an employee of the school district, that's one of the things they tell you first. If you have medications, let them know.
I wonder how long she's been teaching, that she's been a teacher. Because she
For
looks
years.
a little like on the older side.
Yeah, she's been teaching for years. That's why I'm looking at this shit like,
she should know.
It's been her first time, I think, in this school.
This is around the time where she should have pleaded the fifth and let me, where's my attorney? I want to be questioned in front of an attorney.
No, I think this teacher was privileged and she thought she was slick and can get away with shit. This was the teacher that when they went to go get her stuff, they got the cup that she was drinking allegedly juice out of. It was liquor. That joint smelled straight like rum, allegedly, they said. And I think a prescription bottle with something in it. So either way, she lied and she broke the rules.
At this point, Kimberly's story was all over the place, and she seemed unconcerned by it. She somehow managed to neither deny nor affirm the claim that she took the anxiety pill in school, and instead insisted on taking it that morning. While this story had several other loopholes as the former one, they weren't as important to the cop or the school staff. Their concern was the woman's suspicion of intoxication, and they managed to steer the woman back to that discussion. But the information she provided was entirely different.
Did you drink something while you were here at school?
Not while I was at school.
When did you drink something?
Last night.
Okay.
This lady is tripping.
Not here at school, because it seemed that it changed. Your demeanor kind of changed. Anything here at school?
I wouldn't bring it into the school.
Okay.
Are you going to blow double zeros?
I don't know.
You should know. If you didn't drink anything,
right.
you should blow zeros. If you drank something recently, it's going to show it. Well, let's find out.
After telling 3 different stories in 3 minutes, it was now very hard to believe anything Kimberly said. So the officer decided to believe his breathalyzer instead and extract her blood alcohol level. Although alcohol can be detected in the breath for up to 24 hours, it has a half-life of 4 to 5 hours. So the alcohol content in the breath 15 hours consumption should ordinarily be extremely low or non-existent. And anything other than that would suggest the woman was in deep trouble.
Ready? Take a big deep breath. Blow, 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 blow. All right, stop. Good job.
And that's
She
where
You
she
gonna tell
failed.
me the
knew she
truth?
messed
How
up.
much you had to drink?
I drank last night.
She failed. If she drank last night, it shouldn't have been that high. And when he took this breath, it's like if she would have drank within the last couple hours, and she was drinking. She like this teacher was litty lit in school. Like she's still litty lit. You could tell by the way she's slurring her words a little bit.
Well, not only that, but mixing it.
I mean, a lot of people do that. That's why I said, yo, is she on them clozapines? Yup, I know what she doing.
But let me pose a question. You know how they say you can have one drink and still drive? Just one drink? Can you have one drink and still teach?
I don't think so.
I'm just saying. Probably
I
not,
mean,
right? Because
you
it's
gotta
not
realize
allowed.
she mixed that even if she had one drink, she mixed that John with fucking pills. This gotta be the dumbest teacher ever. You was in cloud 9 in school. No one, like everybody was gonna notice the change in her.
Yeah,
You see
it's
my
over.
point? Like, yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, lady, you went to school mixing this shit, and you was drinking in school while you was high off them pills and that liquor from the, from earlier that morning. Like, that's gotta be the dumbest teacher ever.
The minute she mixed it, it was over. Like, had she maybe just done one or the other, she might have been able to get away with it. But the minute she mixed it, it's over.
She fucked up. She gave herself up. She snitched on herself. Who goes to school that high? I mean, I've seen the kids do it, but the teachers? This is why I'm sitting here like, yo.
It's the students. The students drove her to do it.
Shit. Yo.
Them bad kids.
I'm laughing because that was one of the excuses of one of the teachers from one of the videos that I reacted at one point. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, she really just blamed the kids. That's why I'm sitting here. I'm like, not everybody should be in this type of field. If you're the type of person that kids get on your nerves fast, or you got, low tolerance of a lot of things, a school should not be the field you're working at. Working with kids should not be the field you're in, because you got to have patience and be humble with, like, regardless of anything, because you got some kids that, kids don't, that have parents that don't teach them shit. They're like little savages.
I think too, though, you could have patience, right? You could be a good teacher and have patience, but depending on what might be happening in that person's life, it might accumulate to where now they can't handle the same amount of stress that
That's
they
where
would otherwise.
we got to
You
take a
know?
break at, because you're not supposed to bring in your personal life into a school environment at all.
Right.
Because if you don't want these kids to do it, then as a leader, as a teacher, which you are the leader, right? You see where I'm coming from? As a teacher, you shouldn't be doing it.
I agree.
I mean, they teach you these things. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. There's still a code. I know that she had to go through a test and everything. Like, I mean, I just learned that recently. So you're telling me that you didn't know the rules of the school? You didn't know that you wasn't supposed to bring in prescription medication, unless you spoke to someone? How did you make it into the first day of school if you didn't have these conversations before?
She didn't know none of the rules. She didn't know that you can't carry it without a bottle. She didn't know that you can't mix it. She didn't even know the name of the medication. Like, bro.
Like, listen, man, some people just fucking, I mean, listen, blow my fucking mind.
There's no way you drank last night.
Well, I did drink last night.
Did you drink at school? Is what he's asking you. Tell us the truth.
I didn't drink at school.
That wouldn't blow that right there.
You blew 2 times the legal limit.
At 2.4 BAC, the average person would experience vomiting, involuntary defecation, and nausea. But Kimberly's ability to even speak.
Kimberly was drinking during school hours. That's why.
Her body was already used to it.
Yep. She's an alcoholic. And that's why, like I said, the petition is in the chat down below. It's also in the description box, right? Make sure y'all sign the petition, right? If you got a zip code, you're able to sign this petition. And let's get these cameras in all the schools. We need to find out what's going on in these classrooms. Like we seeing so far already 3 to 4 different stories of these teachers neglecting these kids or abusing these kids.
Speak coherently showed her high alcohol tolerance due to excessive and repeated use. It also suggested that she had consumed alcohol sometime in an 8-hour window, which would imply that she wasn't being entirely truthful. The school staff were distressed by the revelation that they had left a highly intoxicated person with third graders in a confined space. But Kimberly's concerns were even more distressing.
So what happens? So what happens then, Mr. Ogle?
Well, my recommendation to the board is going to be to terminate you because you're under the influence, or you can resign.
You won't give me like a second chance or anything?
No, not in this situation. Your story's changed 2 or 3 times. I don't think you're personally being honest with us.
Yo, this lady is out of pocket. Now she gonna start crying.
We think that you drank today. Not 3 a.m. We think that you've drank since you've been at school.
Facts.
And I don't believe you're being honest with us.
She not
You
gonna
want
be
to
honest.
change that story?
No, I mean, even if I did, does that make a difference to work here?
Well, help me to be able to understand that maybe do I need to be sympathetic with you a little bit? I just don't believe you right now. I think you're lying to us.
Nah, they want her to admit it. It's not going to change anything. It's going to make
It's
it
not
worse
gonna
for her.
change it. Yeah, like she gonna fall for it too, but not yet.
Okay, I drank on the way to work.
Oh, snap.
I'm glad that you told us that. Okay. We'll still discuss tomorrow.
I went to work here.
Now she just admitted to driving and drinking and
Under the
driving.
influence. Yep. This lady.
So tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Now let's call somebody and have them pick you up.
No, I can't call my husband.
Do you have anyone else you can call?
You have a friend that can come pick you up?
I don't know.
While heavily intoxicated, the woman drove into a property surrounded by children, supervised them, and now requested that she be allowed to keep her job.
I'm dead.
She had no concern about how her behavior would have negatively impacted their lives, but instead wanted to come back to work the next day. With confirmation of intoxication, the woman was allowed to choose between calling someone to come pick her up or getting arrested for DUI, and she chose to call a friend. So the superintendent left to go get her belongings, but he came back with something completely unexpected.
Okay, no more games, right? Yeah. Other than that.
Yo, he mad as shit.
My juice.
Gonna try again. That there is wine.
I thought that was from yesterday.
Yo.
Well, I brought it.
So now she admitted to drinking yesterday in the school property. You see what I'm saying? Like
And
she
it's
mixed these
wine.
two things. Like she's sitting here drinking alcohol and popping pills. Like,
She's a whole
what you
wino.
doing? I am dead, yo. This lady is tripping.
But see, the officer got frustrated with her because she kept messing around about calling someone to pick her up. She wasn't
Yep.
really calling someone. She didn't want to call her husband. And I have a problem with them allowing for her just to go home instead of taking her in like they should have booked her.
Because they was trying to give her a warning. She was already fired. You see
Well,
what I'm
and
saying?
then giving her the option to resign, because giving her the option to resign means that she could possibly just go get another job somewhere else because she didn't get let go. That's also
I
a
think the
problem.
officer was trying to give her a chance. He shouldn't have, because listen, man, this been the nicest officer I've seen so far. Because another officer would have lost his patience with her right before. Like he gave her a lot of chances.
And the school for allowing her to have the option to resign.
Facts.
All of them are being very patient, and she's just trying to use what she thinks is her privilege, her
I think she's done this
entitlement.
before and probably's gotten away with it. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't have been her first time. Just not her first school. Why did she retire? I mean, why did she leave the other school? Like, did she leave? Did she move away? You see where I'm coming from? Like, was you given more chances before, and you think that you can get away with it here?
Oh,
That's
because you said she was new here, right? Only been there like
Yeah.
her first year.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
She hadn't been there that long.
Nope. So
I
it
bet
got
she
me.
has a history. You're right. She probably does.
So if it's like that, then fuck that, man. Put the cuffs on her and take her. What chance? She ain't gonna stop. She ain't gonna change. She ain't gonna agree to go to no program. She hooked on this shit. She like the feeling. And these damn headphones.
From home. I was sitting there to that this morning. Did you get my phone?
This in here. I'm whatever you want to do.
Well, I mean,
Is my phone in here?
An empty plastic container that was previously on her class desk was perceived to have stored alcoholic wine, her favorite choice of beverage. Even with her apparent denial, the cop and superintendent were unsurprised at this point and just wanted to make sure she was driven out of the premises. But this was impossible, as she refused to call her husband and also insisted on having no friends to call. And after she kept up the act for 5 more minutes, the cop decided for her, and she was not happy with his choice.
Stand up.
Can you just
No, I said I'm done.
no. Can I just walk out without the handcuffs?
Okay, so this was the teacher that I reacted to that only had the alcohol. There was a teacher that she had alcohol and pills in the classroom. I think there was another teacher that had brought meth into the school. Like these
I mean, at
teachers
least they
are-
weren't giving it to the kids, because there's some that I think have gotten caught giving
yeah,
to the
but that's
kids.
still neglect. That's still neglect. Like you sitting here getting high
No one
and
got
la la
hurt.
land around these kids. You see where I'm coming from? Like, what if these kids would have found that shit? You're teaching third graders. Like this lady's out of
Third
pocket.
graders. I was gonna say the kids probably already knew something was up, but I don't know. Third grade, what age is that? Like 10?
Third
No.
grade? No, 10 is fifth grade. Third grade, they're 8 years old, 9 years
Oh,
old,
they're
depending.
little babies. Like not little, but like they're still little kids.
Yeah, they at that age, they curious, thinking they grown, trying to imitate the parents, the adults. Man, they already seeing people drink. They listen. Oh, the teacher doing it too. Oh snap! Let's try it. Man, listen. These kids got curiosity, and guess what? Curiosity killed the cat, but none of these kids get killed by curiosity. I sure as hell didn't. So I'm not trying to be funny about it, but it's the truth. Like these kids do get curious. This teacher out of pocket. All of them are.
At 8 years old, I don't know if they would have known.
No, it's
They might have not known.
You said what?
They at 8 years old, they may have not noticed. Do you think they
No.
noticed?
No, not really, unless they was all up in her desk and shit, because that's where apparently they got the cup from. But look, she on like popcorn. Oh, she got Mario on. Mario and Luigi.
It's policy.
See? That's what I'm saying. How you don't know the policy for the school? That's what's got me confused. You should have known the policy.
Was not happy with his choice.
Stand up.
Can you just
No, I said I'm done.
no. Can I just walk out without the handcuffs on? No, please just let me walk out.
No, it's policy.
I'm not gonna.
Hold on, he's saying it's policy.
I'm gonna
for
cuff
him.
you up front. If you're gonna keep
Okay.
running your mouth, you're gonna get
My
cuffed behind you.
bad. My bad. Wait, can I just talk to you for a second, please? Please don't.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, I don't want to.
You want to go to jail with
No.
multiple charges?
She said, "No, I don't
Put your
want
hands.
What happened?
No, I don't want to." She said, "No, I don't want to," like a little kid.
Yep, that's what I said. No me lleves, por favor.
Talking time is over, lady.
Yo, the police officer fed up. He said, "You going down for this, man."
Behind your back.
Please don't do this.
He gave her way too many
talk to you. Can you just talk to me?
Put your hands behind your back.
Please, will you just please talk to me?
I've tried talking to you.
She got a cat or a dog. She got a cat.
Stop resisting.
Talking's over.
Kimberly Coates was fired from her role as a teacher and was charged with 1 count of public intoxication. At this time, she is no longer incarcerated, and it is unclear if or when formal charges will be filed. But the next teacher put up quite...
Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. He should have, This officer has been the nicest officer I've seen yet so far. Because I would have lost my patience in his shoes. I swear to God. Like, I would have loved to walk a mile in his shoes just to see why he's so patient like this. I'm so serious.
Quite the act.
Can you please call my boyfriend?
No, you can have a seat.
Please. Stop being a bitch to me.
On October 4th, 2023, police stopped a vehicle after it was seen driving at high speeds. The officer then approached the driver and told her to step out of the vehicle after confirming that she was intoxicated.
All right, so real quick, it is a bit of a concern when you're telling us that you were over at the bar. And then, of course, I can smell the alcohol on your breath. You're a little bit slow, and you kept on driving. I'm sure I pulled up behind you. I had to tell you to stop over the loudspeaker. So at this time, I do have to read you something real quick before I proceed any further. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would be appointed to represent you. If at any time you wish to stop talking or have an attorney present, all questioning will be stopped at your request. Do you understand these rights? Again, just a formality so I can talk to you further in regards to this.
The woman burst into tears while being read her rights, but her emotions didn't seem genuine. Although it is standard practice for officers to read suspects their Miranda rights before questioning them, most people see this as a guarantee that they are going to jail. This fear of jail time forced the woman into possible escape tactics as she started darting her eyes from side to side, indicating increased levels of stress. And while this arguably might be caused by her apparent intoxication level, what happened next proves otherwise.
So what did you have to drink over at Hooligans?
I had a couple glasses of wine.
Okay. Do you normally go to Hooligans?
No, never. But my kids was kidnapped.
What?
I'm sorry to hear that.
She just said her kids were kidnapped from her. I mean, if it's true, damn, that's crazy. But if it's not, people would say the craziest thing to get out of something. I hope this officer is not dumb.
In January, and I don't even know what to do at this point.
Where are the tears? So they
Listen,
just said it crying without tears.
If her kids are kidnapped, shouldn't she be looking for her kids instead of at the bar drinking?
Facts. Like, I'm sitting here like I'm sitting here looking for the tears though, and then they said it on the screen, crying without tears. I'm sitting here like this bitch lying on her fucking ass. Don't believe her, officer. Don't believe her, man. Like, man, let us still have some faith and hope in y'all officers, okay? We know y'all not all trigger happy cops, all right?
Kidnapped me from my ex-husband.
So you had a little bit of a child custody issue with you and your kids?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm just like trying to get
Oh, her husband kidnapped the kid.
Sunday is Easter. I've never been without.
Do you know that I never understood that? If he's the father, how is he kidnapping the kids? Because he's willing to be with the kids. That's not kidnapping, lady. You out partying. You should be with your kids. How did your husband kidnap your kids, ma'am?
He might have been trying to protect the kids from her.
Exactly. But see, people wonder why I say that I fight for equal rights for men and women, right? Because it's crazy how when a man wants to fight for the rights to have, his kids, he can't. The woman gets it first. But the majority of the time, these women ain't fit to be mothers. And some of these fathers can raise these kids better than some of these mothers. And I'm not bashing or bringing nobody down. I'm just telling y'all the reality is shit, how it really is out here. Like, as crazy and fucked up as it sounds, like, oh, you're a woman, you saying this. Yes, I'm a fucking woman, and I'm saying this because I'm tired and fed up of seeing these women take advantage and do what they want with these fucking men. And we could just say anything and get them locked up. Like, for them to, sit here and win a case against us, they would have to have proof. Video, scars on them, something. You see where I'm coming from? And majority of these men, their ego is so big and their pride is so big that they're not going to sit here and tell a judge, oh yeah, my ex-girlfriend or my female friend beat the crap out of me. Like, you see where I'm coming from? Like, yo. So shout out to them real men out there, yo. This lady just sat here and said, my husband kidnapped. Yo, he has rights to them kids. And y'all just want to sit here and call them deadbeats. They lazy. They don't do this. But hello, you're the reason why he can't see the kid. Dumb bitches. I'm like, he's got rights. This is not kidnapping unless, y'all going through some custody battle shit and he tries to leave with the kid out of state or he forcibly takes the kid away from you. You see, and leaves the state without your permission on some bullshit type shit. But if he's helping you out, lady, it's not kidnapping. And it seems like you're having a hell of a good time to sit here and accuse this man of kidnapping y'all children. Y'all. Because y'all sat here and laid in that bed and had these kids. So the same way that you have rights for these kids, he does too. Sit your
Well,
ass down somewhere with your crocodile tears. Like, what the fuck? What you was gonna say, Commander? My bad.
well, the only way it would really be kidnapping is if she had full custody,
Yes.
through the courts, and then he
That's what I
took
was
the
trying to
kids.
say.
That
That's a
would be,
custody battle.
and in that case, she would have paperwork showing that she has full custody, and she could use that to bring the
Mhm.
cops over to his house. And
How do we not know that he has partial custody or has full custody and she has partial? You see where I'm coming from? Like, because that could also be the case sometimes. The dad has full custody and the mom has partial.
or if neither have custody through court, then it's whoever has the kids. Whoever has possession of the kids has the kids.
Facts. That shit is gonna be a battle. That's a
What up,
shame.
young Riaz?
Oh, blessings, Riaz. I'm sorry I can't see you because I'm not on the stream yard, but I gotta look at my phone. So next time I should look at my phone. I'm on here cursing this lady out on the screen. Like my attention is on the screen cursing this lady out. I can't even build a casket for her because she's not a predator. Yo, she's just a bitch. Oh my god, yo. Let's continue. I'm done. Yo, but blessings, Riaz, blessings. How you doing this morning? Yeah, still morning. I'm tripping.
Them on Easter.
Without them on
Never
Easter.
ever have I been without them on Easter.
Understood. Well, again, this is still a big concern of us. So, would you be willing to participate in field sobriety exercises?
I mean, sure, I don't know if I'll pass it, but you know,
I got you.
I just
Keep your arms at your side at all times.
Keep your arms
Watch your feet
at all times.
and count each step out loud. Once walking begins, do not stop until you have completed the test. Do you understand the instructions?
No.
Danielle, do you understand the instructions?
You about to mess up.
I don't want to do that.
I understand, Danielle. Just be advised that if you refuse to take the SSFE, the field sobriety, then a decision to arrest you may have to be made with what I have so far. Do you understand?
The woman's strong emotions seemed to hit a standpoint anytime the officer mentioned her likelihood of getting arrested. And although losing custody of her kids was enough to elicit strong emotions, they could also be used to garner sympathy, and her actions closely resembled that. But her plan later backfired most terribly.
My kids were taken away from me like over 2 months ago. And I don't even know what to do anymore at this point. Like, I can't even get them back.
I understand, but that's going to be a matter that will have to be solved in civil courts. Understood?
I know that. I have a lawyer, I have all this stuff, but sometimes I just have to, like, get away from, like freaking space.
I understand that, Danielle. There's a reason why we're here at the side of the
You
road
don't understand. You don't know. Do you have kids? Imagine if your kids were taken away from you.
Imagine at 65 miles an hour, you run into a kid and their life instantly. Then their kids are taken away from their parents permanently. At this
That would
time,
never happen.
you are placed under arrest. Turn around.
I mean, but you're driving under the influence, and you wasn't giving a fuck about anybody. You didn't even hear the officer, and he had a loudspeaker on. So how you know if it wasn't going to happen or not? Look, this bitch God now, she could predict if she's going to run somebody over or not now. Like, yo, She went up there to the sky, man. I don't know which sky he in, but she went up there to one of them skies, right, and met up with God allegedly and borrowed a pair of his slippers. Like this chick tripping.
Around, place your hands behind your back.
Have a seat.
Can you please call my boyfriend?
No, you can have a seat.
Please stop being a bitch to me. You can.
She went from 0 to 100 real quick. Stop being a bitch to me. She was just crying a second ago. Where the tears go? They ain't even come down to begin with.
Have a seat. Watch your head.
Considering how fast she was able to switch between angry and sad emotions, it was evident that she was faking the whole time. She was later discovered to be a school teacher, but she didn't put up a very good lesson for her students.
You piece of shit, motherfucking chink.
Oh shit.
You.
What's a chink?
Oh damn.
I promise you.
What's a chink? Hold up. What does it mean when you call somebody a chink?
It's not good. I don't want to say. It's a derogatory word towards like Asian people.
Oh wow. She was talking shit about Chinese people. It's a racial slur. It doesn't explain what it says, but it's just saying it's a racial slur towards Chinese people. What is the meaning? Fuck you then. You're not gonna tell me. My bad. Google just pissed me off. She ain't want to explain shit to me. Between her and Alexa. Chill. Y'all ain't never heard me argue with an AI before, okay?
You're the worst person on the face of this earth. Piece of shit.
She's a piece of shit.
Oh, it's so funny, right? So funny, right? Yeah, you're laughing, right? Ew!
Danielle was arrested and charged with DUI, but was later given a reduced charge of reckless driving. She was sentenced to 12 months probation and ordered to pay $1,000 in fees.
Oh, wow.
No. What are you calling?
That shit is crazy. But as y'all can see, right, like I've said before, these teachers could be bullies, right? I mean, I don't know what the last teacher had to do with, the other, with this, because, basically these teachers, the other teachers were getting arrested for neglect of the students. This one was driving and accused her husband of kidnapping their kids. I mean, I didn't understand the last one, but as y'all can see, a lot of these teachers, the majority of them can be bullies, right? How much time I've been on here? I've been on here for an hour, 16 minutes. Yeah. So we're gonna be watching. We're gonna continue into it, right? And we got when kids get their own parents arrested. Imagine your child getting you arrested for whatever the reason is. I mean, probably these parents deserved it. But hopefully, there's no kids out there that actually really do want their parents arrested if they're good parents. But shit, kids, don't stop, don't stop. How can I say? If you got abusive parents, don't shut down. Don't think that nobody's going to hear you, man. Keep speaking up. So let's find out why these kids ended up, snitching on their own parents and got them arrested.
What are you calling for?
I shot my son.
Come on, let's go.
Shit.
Holy, we got a body.
Parents are supposed to set a good example for their children, so when kids end up calling for help from the cops, you know something's gone terribly wrong. In today's video, you'll see what happens when kids get their own parents arrested. July the 13th of 2022. Police arrived at a residence where a 9-year-old handed them something that no child should ever be near.
What
a
did he
bag
have?
of drugs. According to him, he found it on his mother's nightstand.
Oh shit. Now y'all see why I was saying about the teacher, how these kids at that age are real curious. Like this kid was smart, but the curiosity, I mean, I don't know if he didn't know what was in there, if he knew what was in there, but he called them cops fast as shit. He turned his mama over. He ain't give a fuck. He said, I ain't going down for this. I don't know. The kid probably got nervous. Like, damn, a bag of drugs got your mom arrested. Like, psh.
Hello.
He just went and snitched
How are
on
you?
Mama Bear. Like,
Oh, thank
nothing.
you. So, we were called to come check on your son.
Okay, yeah, he's on my phone in the bathroom for like an hour.
Can I come in and talk to you?
Sure, yes. What is going on?
I have no idea.
I have no idea what that is.
Well, you just handed it to me.
Okay, I don't know.
So this is your child?
This is my baby. Yes, he's in the bathroom for an hour.
Okay.
Literally an hour.
Who else home with you?
Me and him.
All right. Why are you sweating?
I'm sweating. I'm not sweating.
You look sweating.
No, I'm
Make sure you were in here by yourself.
No, I'm freaking out right now.
So there was other people here earlier. They left.
There's no other people here earlier. My friend Kristen saw I have a friend.
So this is your house.
My house.
So you're.
I don't know why you're here.
Well, you're. Do you have an ex-boyfriend or ex-husband?
Oh shit.
Baby daddy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. He called because he wanted us to check on your son. He was concerned that there was some stuff going on, that he was FaceTiming your ex. What's his name?
My ex-husband, Tony.
Tony. He was FaceTiming Tony. He was concerned about his welfare.
There's nobody here.
Well, you're here.
Yeah, no, but what was the concern? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I guess when he was on FaceTime with Tony, he was showing Tony this stuff that he found in the house.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, I don't either.
Well, I don't know
What is it?
What is happening. I know that my
Y'all tell me what it is?
For an hour, and I've been like, "What's wrong?" We were having a popsicle, playing Fortnite, and
Right.
all of
And there was nobody else home. Nobody else is here. So all this stuff in this house is yours.
Remember that. She
So
says
everything
there
in
was
the house is
nobody
yours?
else there.
Yeah,
Remember that.
She,
'Cause
she,
it's going to
she-
change later.
This is crazy. Like, I would have said that ain't mine. You know, I had a couple friends over. And she just said, oh, sure, man. She built her own fucking hole. Like, yo, she built in her own casket. We ain't got to do it for her.
my house.
Okay. And this is in your house.
Well, Kristen was here earlier.
Who's Kristen?
My girlfriend. She came by. She's house sitting up the street for our regional manager.
Right.
We're in property management. She has a baby kitten. Watching the kitten.
So how is your relationship with Tony?
That's never been good. No.
Yeah. Were you guys ever married? How long were you guys married for?
7.5 years.
The mother is then questioned by police about the bag of drugs, where she attempts to convince them that she had no knowledge whatsoever about the matter.
We don't have to do drugs to have drugs in the house.
I don't even know what that is, you guys. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what is happening.
Yo.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Burying herself.
100%. Like I said, while we're here, Tony was, what's his name again? He was FaceTiming Tony. He was concerned. He was scared. He said, I found this in the house. I think it's drugs. So Tony calls us to come and check
Who
on
thought it was
Austin, your kid.
Well, I don't even know what this is.
Oh, so Tony is the
I don't either.
I don't even.
So Tony is the baby dad. The son called the dad right away. I mean, I'm guessing the son knows what it is. So if the son knows what it is, the mom should know what it is.
It kind of seems like a setup. I don't know. The little boy had help from his dad, but regardless, if it is what it is, what's in the bag, then, you know, he had every right to watch
Damn,
out
I
for
didn't
his
even think
son.
about it like that. As a setup by the dad. Damn, I didn't even think about it. Right? Because the cop came in with it. And the son's been in the bathroom for an hour. When did the boy leave to give that to the cop? I'm a little curious. Something's missing. But let's continue. Damn, I didn't even think about it the way Commander just said it. Now I am, though. Now she got me thinking.
Okay.
I get it. And like I said, that's why we're.
What did you find inside the house that made you scared? Okay. Do you know what drugs look like?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
How?
So where were the drugs at?
Underneath the nightstand.
Underneath the nightstand? Okay. Gotcha. Do you ever seen anything like that here before?
No.
No? Okay. So where are those at right now? There's nobody inside's in trouble for anything. I just need to try to figure out what's going on. Okay, and who was that?
It's an officer to the right.
Okay, so you gave them the officer some stuff?
How did he give it to him?
Okay. What and have you ever seen anything like that in the house before? No? Okay, but you know what drugs do look like?
Yeah.
Eventually, we got here. When they opened the door, they were standing like he was in front, she was in back, and he literally just hands me. I'm just amazed she didn't try to take it from him or do anything. I mean, I was startled that she just allowed. I mean, not that I think it's great because this is great evidence. Yeah, like they were standing right next to each other, and he just handed it to me, which, God forbid, if it was fentanyl or something crazy.
It was at this point that the police decide to take the mother into custody.
Was Cus feel okay?
So the officer is saying that the mom was present when the boy handed him the stuff.
Yeah, so the little boy went into the mom's room, went under the dresser, where he claims that's where it was. He grabbed it, then he went to the bathroom to call, like, FaceTime his dad. And then she was like, "What are you doing in there?" And then he wouldn't come out of the bathroom. That's why he stayed in there that long. And then the dad said, "We're gonna call the police."
Cops, apparently.
But isn't that weird though, that he would go directly to his mom's room under the dresser and grab that? It's almost like he already knew where it was.
But then you saying it like that, there could be a possibility that the dad gave it to him and it was a setup. Oh, that's why I'm like, damn, you got me thinking now like a fucking detective. Because, how do the little boy know what all types of drugs look like?
It just seems weird, like a weird scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
and I think he wants to go live with his dad too.
Probably because he got the backpack ready and everything. I don't know. This is crazy. He really put his mom away. Like, he really snitched on his. Like, what was in there though? Like, they don't even say. Let's see.
As a result of everything, the suspect was arrested for drug trafficking and child abuse, and according to court records, she posted a bond of $25,000 and would be sentenced to probation, which she ultimately violated. She was then sent to an inpatient drug treatment program, so good on her brave child for spilling the beans to the cop. Up next,
So that probably was her drugs. She was probably selling drugs. That's some crazy shit, but damn, man, if you want, man, man, listen, man, if that's the lifestyle you want to live, you got a baby daddy that's active, let the son go with the dad. I mean, it's crazy. If this was a setup with, from the dad and the son, it was smart as shit. But then if the mom, I don't know, it seemed like the mom just doesn't give a fuck. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I need to see more. But let's continue on to the next one.
Incident involving an unpleasant mother and her child's partner. May the 15th of 2022. Police received a call about a battery incident taking place between two children, and it turns out the mother assaulted her son's girlfriend, and the cops speak to her first.
It was me.
What?
Well, when I came home from a friend's house, there was a
Talk to the
here,
victim. She's in there.
and he was there.
Huh?
She okay? Who's my girlfriend?
Your girlfriend. Okay. Who are you to him?
Right?
It's your mother.
Okay.
What happened?
When I came home, because
Okay.
I'd been out with one of my friends, she was sitting there, and he was at the door. And I just wanted to make my way to the room because we're going through a divorce.
Who?
Me and my husband.
Which one is your husband?
Red hair.
Red hair. Okay. That's your dad. Okay.
So they kept talking.
Yo.
And
Who kept talking?
she did. And he kept backing
It's all
her up.
recorded. She didn't talk. My phone's right behind you. It's all recorded on there.
Okay. We're gonna see that recording. Is it like a video recording? Audio. That's fine. We'll see that recording.
So
Go ahead.
She pretty much she wanted to go at it.
What did she say to you?
Or I wanted to go at it because I'm sick and tired of hearing her.
So what did you do?
What did I do?
Grabbed her by the hair.
Huh? What did you do?
Who just told you what I done?
No, you tell me.
Speak,
What'd you
lady.
I dropped my bags and told her if she wanted to come with me, let's go.
Okay, and then what
So
happened?
she trying to find it.
I grabbed her
Where?
off the counter. Because she
Where
was
did
sitting
you
on the
Where
big
did
counter.
you grab her?
All right, so it seems like this lady was trying to fight a little kid. Okay, so
Was it a
she's the
little kid?
Yeah, I hear her kid in the background crying. She kept pointing over there, and I hear the kid crying. So apparently, she's the mother of this person right here, and the father's over here somewhere where the officer is at. Like, but here's my thing. She like, how you want to challenge your child? Like, see, I see that a lot with some of these females. They'll sit here, they call their daughter a bitch. They'll sit here, they'll treat their daughter like they're females from the streets. That's something I don't agree, and I can't respect the woman that does that. I'm gonna be very honest. The women that does that shit, I do not respect. Like, that's your child. Talk to them. Reach them. But y'all want to sit here and fight them like they people from the streets, like they your worst, like if they're your ops. Some females treat their ops better than their kids.
I'm thinking that the son is the one that called it in, turned his mom in, and maybe the girl is like his girlfriend or his wife or something. Because like, how's she gonna just throw down her bag and be like, "Come on, let's go," to a child?
Man.
Let's see.
Oh,
Let's
we're
see.
about to see.
I don't remember where I grabbed her, but I grabbed her.
So you grabbed her. You throw her on the ground.
We were both on the damn ground.
Okay. Did you throw her on the ground?
She hopped off the counter.
What happened?
I was sitting on the counter
Okay,
talking with her because she was telling my boyfriend some stuff about me, saying like how on my
Dang, you right. It is the girlfriend. Oh shit.
Yeah, so the boyfriend is the lady's son.
Yep.
She should
Why
plead the
she-
fifth. Why don't these people plead the fifth? Don't say
But damn,
nothing.
why does girl sound like she was a little ass kid though? She really did sound like a little kid. I mean, at first I thought it was a puppy in the background. You too grown to be crying like that. Yo, I thought it was a kid. I'm done.
Maybe there is a kid. Maybe she has a kid, and somewhere in the background there's a little kid crying.
No, she's the one that was crying. You didn't see how. You gotta really pay attention. Watch. If you ever do catch a replay, you got to this video. Listen, because I'm gonna edit it and upload it later. But
It did
still,
sound like a kid
when
crying.
he walks in, she stops crying. That was her crying the whole time. Too fucking grown. But let's listen to what she gotta say.
Obviously, I didn't get her a candied apple, and she made a big deal about
Well,
it.
there is.
So I just sat down and said, "Okay, if you have a problem with me, then you can tell me." And then she started raising her voice at me and started cussing me out. So I started raising my voice at her, and then she said, "Okay, just get out of my house." And I said, "Your name's not on this lease. You do not own this house. You don't have to get me out. If he wants me out, I will gladly leave." And she threw her bags down and said, "Fine, you know what? Come here." She grabbed me by the arm and grabbed me by the hair and yanked me down. Okay. And then my boyfriend, who's in there, grabbed her, and then his brother came in and got her off.
Okay. You have ID on you?
It's in my truck.
The police have listened to the audio that the son had secretly recorded during the incident, and as a result, the mother has informed the police that the recording was staged, while the victim informed the police that she intends to file charges.
They knew what they were doing.
Okay.
Otherwise, he would not have recorded it.
Okay.
Definitely staged. My attorney's going to have to with this.
So after they said,
And just so you know, oh, I got an injury right here.
from?
I'm done.
Us brawling,
Okay.
so to speak.
Well,
It's too late, lady. You already incriminated yourself.
It must have been me.
Facts.
Okay. Heard enough.
Is there a baby somewhere?
Can you send it to me? I'm gonna give you my email before I leave. You want to press charges? You were set on that decision. Okay. You guys have never lived together? You and her?
She lives with me.
No, where you live at? Okay. You guys have never lived together, man? No. Not with her. You guys don't.
Every Sunday.
No kids together. Nothing. Okay. Alrighty. Give me just a second, okay? I'm gonna head stand up for me, okay?
Well, it is a puppy. I know I heard one somewhere. Well, that's a dog.
You just leave your
not a
stuff down
puppy.
there. Okay, go ahead. Put your hands behind your back, all right? You are under arrest, okay? For battery. Probably gonna need to.
Dumb old lady.
He chose his girlfriend over his mama.
Your shoulders more stiff.
I mean, it seems like his mom is toxic.
Well,
Try to-
okay, so much white.
Try to give him.
I'm trying to.
Is that okay?
So mom's got to be careful.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and double lock these, okay? We're gonna take you out to the car, all right?
Can you bring my phone and wallet?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure can.
Sure can. Okay.
Ow.
Shine.
Sorry. Stop.
Ow.
Just stop moving, okay?
That, ow. My right, ow.
Come this way. Bend your hand. There we go. There we go. Phone and wallet, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead and step outside.
Can you get my keys to my car?
Sure.
Thank you.
Unfortunately for the mother, she was not able to fool the police and instead would be charged with battery. Be sure to subscribe to the channel while we roll out another case for you to enjoy.
See, that's why.
Wait.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm thinking though too? Like, okay, the son, like instead of recording and all that, why didn't he just like stop it in between them and say, you know what, separate, you know what, let's go take a walk, like intervene. Instead he's like recording it.
It could probably not be it's probably not the first time that it's happened. See, when people start recording like that in certain situations, not all, it's because they're fed up and they're tired. So it's probably not the first incident. Like, what's the point of calling the cops if, like, for example, they family, right? The son is probably the one that's running. The lease is under his name. But if he let her stay there, they're not going to take her out. So he has to prove that she's a danger to him and others in order for an officer to take her out. So an officer probably told him that the last time, and when she got feisty, she got jumpy, she got froggy this time, he said, fuck it, I'm pulling the phone out and I'm recording. Because he did an audio. Most kids will pull out a fucking phone and record the whole thing.
Yeah, you could be right. That sounds like makes sense.
I would have never thought about even just recording a straight audio. Like, I would have pulled out my camera. You see where I'm coming from? Like, he just recorded the audio.
It's like, was he trying to be slick just to get the audio so his mom wasn't knowing?
It seems like he did pull out the camera, but he was hiding the camera and just recorded audio. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, he just did the audio.
Yeah. It's like he didn't really want to do it. He really wanted to do it, he would have just, pulled out the camera and just recorded the whole thing. That's what I'm saying. It seems like it's not the first time, because I've seen cases like this. Like, you don't want to call the cops on somebody you care about, but it's like, when it's enough, it's enough. Like, she seems like she's an entitled mom. Oh, that's my son. You see where I'm coming from? It's his house right now. I got nowhere to go, probably. Or if I want to stay here, I'm going to stay here. You see where I'm coming from? Like, she's entitled. Like, she thinks that she could run her son's life.
Yeah, somebody's got to go. You can't continue to have everybody in the house toxic like that.
Yeah, because I'm like, for a son, I'm not in all cases, but normally, listen, I've seen normally the cases where, the daughters are attached to the mother, the fathers, and the sons to the mother, the daughters to the fathers, sons to the mothers, right? But there's a lot of cases where I've seen that, the mothers be like, my son is not close to me. Neither is my daughter. And I'm saying, I'm like, oh, shit, damn, that's weird. Because normally it is like that. But I guess in some cases it's not. In this case, the mother's attached to the son. Real shit. But let's continue. We ain't gonna make this
December
a long
3rd of 2022. Police are dispatched after it came out that a mother and her daughter had gotten into a fight in the early morning. It's not a great way to start the day, and neither of them took responsibility for who started it, so the police speak to the girlfriend first.
I made contact. So what's going on?
She wants to argue with me when I pay rent here and I asked her for privacy. And I didn't even do anything. And she literally pulled my hair.
Okay.
Sorry about the dogs.
As long as they're friendly and not biting me, I don't care about dogs.
No, I asked her to get a job because she hasn't had a job in forever and she needs one anyways.
Is she in there?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
And she don't respect me at all. And I've been taking care of her forever and her dog.
right. Well, we're gonna.
Yo, she said I've been taking care of her forever and her fucking dog. Like this shorty said, I'm done, officer. My mom is disrespectful. She's rude, obnoxious. Get her the fuck out of here. Now she want to lay hands on me. She's like, yo, I understand some of these kids. It's like, shit, man. You're not supposed to put your hands on your parents, but sometimes your parents be testing you. It's like, they be having you feeling like days low. Just try me. Just try me. Real shit. I'm done. This little girl. Yo. I mean, sometimes you gotta put a stop to these parents that think that you gotta, you're obligated to take care of them because they took care of you as, from a newborn to the time, you had to leave the nest. That's your obligation. If you don't want kids, don't have them. And if, unfortunately you end up pregnant, right? You don't believe in abortions and stuff like that. Instead of mistreating your child, there's a family out there that probably wants to have a kid because they can't have kids. And they're willing to give it all the love that they got. So if you're not willing to do that, just give your child up, real shit, to a real family that wants it. Like, I don't get this shit from some moms.
I need to come in and talk with you guys and figure out what's going on here, okay?
It's fine. It's just literally it's stressful, and I asked her to help me, and she don't understand what that means.
Okay, I understand your mom's got some struggles. I understand. But we need to figure out what's going on this morning, okay?
But
Are the dogs going to be okay with us?
I have another dog in the living room that he's basically like.
Are we able to put him away?
You can come right here if you want, but he's in the other dog.
All right.
Well, Lucian's we have a dog today.
Okay.
Okay, these officers are brave.
What kind of dog is it?
It's husky.
Yeah, I just don't want to get bit or have to hurt him.
Okay, this is Nadia.
Yes, sweetheart.
Lucian's in the under the couch, I think. Mom. Sorry, it's kind of.
Mom.
She's still being respectful. I mean, that's crazy. She's still being respectful to her mother, though. Let's see how her mom comes out.
Are you guys staying here? Or what's going on with the living room?
I pay right here, but my uncle owns the house.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can even.
Did your grandkids live there?
Well, yeah, that door's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Michelle.
I was in the middle of feeding the dogs and getting everything around.
Okay. Yes, sweetie. Yes, sweetie.
That room's a mess. Don't go in there.
Okay. All right. You smell my dog's home. That's okay.
Where is the mom at?
What I'm gonna have you do? I don't know how your mom's gonna feel about me.
I have no problem with her. I just want respect.
I don't know how your mom is gonna feel about me. She's not a fan of mine, so I may take you outside and talk to you here real quick while Fry talks to you.
The mother expresses her dissatisfaction with her daughter's lack of respect and informs the police that her daughter punched her first.
Okay, what's
You
going
have the training.
What's going on?
She don't know how to talk to a person and like without aggression, and she came at me.
Is that dog chained up?
Yeah, it is. It's
Okay.
fine.
So, someone said you got hit in the face.
Yeah, lip. I don't know. Like, yeah, she punched me a couple. Like,
This is whose house is this?
my dad's and my uncle's, and it was in the process of possibly being mine.
Okay. What's going on with the other house?
That's part of what we was
Okay. All right.
negotiating.
So what's going on today?
Today,
Yeah.
she thinks plans have changed because she has this new boyfriend in here, and
Who's the boyfriend?
I don't know, Kane something.
Kane?
Yeah, I know his last name. He's in there.
Is it Kane?
Oh yeah, I think that's his last name. I think he ran out the side door.
You think he left?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
Gotcha.
sounded like it, looked like it. Yeah, they keep threatening me because they know I won't call the cops.
All right, so I'm hoping the mom isn't some type of addict. It's just the behavior. She could be having mental health issues too. it's either or. I'm a little confused. But shit, it
I
seems
didn't
like
want to say it, but I think you're right.
yeah. But shit, the boyfriend seems like he just ran away when the cops came. He said he slid through the left door there, like he on the run or some shit. Like, I mean,
He
I
didn't
don't
want to get
know.
ran for warrants.
Shit, like if they there for the mom, why is he running? Like, I don't know. Is the mom, making the story up? But she do seem like she have some mental health issues. Like, I mean, it's obvious, or she has an addiction to something. So I'm not sure which one it is. I'm a little lost in it right now due to the behavior. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. If it's like that, I mean, the daughter is doing the right thing because when you're overwhelmed, right, and you're taking care of a parent, it's not easy. I mean, even a sibling, like I've been through it. It's like, it gets to the point where you're going to have to get some type of assistance. So if it's like that, shout out to this girl for doing what she had to do. It's hard. You don't want to do these things, but sometimes you have no choice.
Well, we've seen how it can go. It can turn around the other way, and we've seen that.
Facts. Facts, facts, facts. I mean, so far we've came across a lot of these trigger happy cops. So at least we're seeing, the good side of the police departments. They're not all bad. You see my point? That's what I'm saying. Like we're always showing the bad, but look at these officers. You see where I'm coming from? Like it's crazy. So shout out to these officers too for doing what they got to do the right way. Because not every officer's like that. We got a lot of corrupt cops. Those are the ones I be calling trigger happy cops. They don't give a fuck. They got to get rid of the evidence.
Because I have issues, and so I finally.
You said you think his name's King Crackhead.
Oh, it definitely is. Now that you mentioned the last name, because it said he was related to people in Greenhouse. So yeah, definitely.
31 station.
She
You
says
check King Crackhead. Go on.
they don't give her privacy, and that's the issue. I do. I respectfully, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Although they don't give it back,
Okay.
I do.
So what? You're saying that she hit you today?
How?
Because we need to figure out something.
Yeah. So listening to her now a little more and watching her, looking at her, it's not an addiction. She has mental issues. Damn, man. Hopefully she gets help. For real, for real. I mean, she's going to have to go to jail, but hopefully they end up finding her some help, not jail.
Like today, we can't just leave you if you guys are gonna be fighting.
We usually don't. Unless her words back up, and she can't. She can't back
Go ahead.
up. She acts like she didn't. Damn. I had a cigarette burning when that happened. We had liquid.
You had liquid. What do you mean?
A drink.
Oh.
I'm trying not to spill this stuff, but she always comes at me. I said, "Do you want to fight? Let's go." Tell me, and we'll arrange it. Let's go.
Okay.
Not come at me on
Okay.
side like she does.
Okay. Did anybody else see this?
And she backs away. No, that's the thing.
Okay.
She only lets people see what, that I'm the bad guy.
Okay.
I'm not. I usually take it. I'm not going to hit my freaking daughter.
Yeah.
Yo, what
I
the
hold her
hell?
down, maybe. I'm not going to freaking hit her.
Mm-hmm.
She's.
Okay.
This. I want to though.
Okay. Well, you don't want to do that because
No.
that's a domestic. So
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
want to do that.
I don't. That's not how you do to anybody, let alone your daughter.
Is there? Before I go back in there, is there anywhere you can go now to get away from this situation until everything cools down?
Not really.
You don't have any friends in town?
No.
Family?
Dude, they just told you that the house belongs to the family. The daughter is taking care of her. So now we know why, because she has issues. She calls them issues. I feel as though she has mental health. So the daughter needs a little more support. So she might need some type of medical assistance, like a health aide to come in and help her. Because the mom on here right now, I'm seeing it. And when they by themselves, it looked like it can go left because of the way the mom's attitude and the way she talks.
Anywhere.
No, my family is.
What about the other house?
It has no electric, no gas. I mean, I could go set up the car. I had plans on going over there later anyway to try and fix things up. Because part of the deal was like we were trading with my uncle for this half.
Go ahead.
She should take that opportunity
Just
and
hold
leave
on.
for a little while.
I'm not sure if he's even.
Huh?
She should take the opportunity and leave for a little while instead of potentially getting arrested.
She need to go to. She need to go on a vacation, but she's not working. Her daughter's the one taking care of her, paying for everything, as you can see, because she can go to the other house, but there's no electricity. How's she gonna get anything turned on? She has no money. So she has to depend on her. That's what I'm saying. Like, some parents don't understand. But we see why this one doesn't understand. I mean, I can't say much about this. I mean, hashtag mental health is real, guys. Like, me personally, the best thing I could say, right, because I'm not a therapist, right? I'm not a psychologist. But she needs to go. She should be seeing one. Should she be medicated? I don't know. Because to me, unless you got like schizophrenia, I don't think anybody should be medicated. Bipolar depression, and certain mental health issues, are things that you could overcome or be able to control on your own without no medication, along with the help of therapy or a psychologist. I mean, anxiety leads to panic attacks. So it's kind of like, I've seen a lot of people beat that though. They've reached a certain age and they don't have anxiety or, panic attacks at all no more. So, I mean, I feel as though that every situation, I don't think it's curable, but it's fixable. I don't know if y'all understand where I'm coming from.
Couldn't hear anymore.
He's not.
There's another door on the other side of the house.
Yeah. He ran like a little.
All right, just hang out out here for right now.
They keep threatening me. I think I got still.
The cops review the evidence, what the mother and daughter said, and attempt to dig into the conclusion of the investigation.
I think they said he went out the side door and left, but what is she saying?
Saying that Michelle grabbed her hair, like tried to walk away. Michelle grabbed her hair, drug her to the ground, and then she got up and pushed her.
Whoa.
Okay.
Who's getting into it?
She's kind of saying that she attacked her, so we're getting another one of the he said, she said thing. So she said she was.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
What is going on?
Chloe. Yeah. Did you know the two puppies are in your car destroying it?
In my car?
Yeah, just so you know.
Yeah, I was in the middle of doing stuff. You want me
Just
to
letting you know.
She said she was going to go back over to the old house a little later anyway to try and fix things up. So.
So what happened, dude? You gonna get arrested? Is y'all gonna let her go?
Well, she got hit. She got punched, or she just get hit. She got punched.
Clear it up a little bit.
The police then have another conversation with the daughter, during which time they informed her that her mother would be charged with domestic violence.
She kind of changed up where she got hit at, so I don't really know if it really happened or that she got. Originally, it was her lip and her left side of her face, and she's like, well, definitely on the nose, and then over here.
She woke up with red eyes.
Well, it's hard telling because of the extracurriculars what marks are new and what are from those. So we got to figure out where people can go.
I say we take her, and if she's adamant that she got punched in the face, then we'll charge her and we'll let the court deal with it.
No, it's fine. I don't want no.
It's a domestic. I don't have a choice. Okay.
Face.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, she only called you guys to talk to me and scare me. That's what she told me when she talked hung up. She thinks it's funny.
We're gonna do what we need to do, and I'm gonna come back in and explain things to you in detail.
Stop.
Okay.
They're taking.
That's fine.
I'm gonna have you do it because she doesn't like me. Yep.
So
I don't plan on you going anywhere, but I am gonna have some paperwork and a court date for you. Okay.
We'll talk down here. Watch out, puppy. No, you don't need to go outside.
Will that be like on records and stuff? Because I can't have that stuff when I'm trying to do.
I understand.
All right. At this time, I'm gonna have you place your hands behind your back.
For what reason?
You're both gonna be charged with domestic violence.
I did not touch her. What?
See, they charge both of them as he should. Like, what the hell? I don't know what's going on nowadays. You got, like I said, you got mothers and daughters turning into enemies, friends turning into haters. Like, this shit need to stop. We need to have some respect and some morals in our lives, yo. For real, man. This shit is getting out of pocket. Guys, I'm going to come back live later on today, right? So I'm gonna pause it right here and we're going to pick up from there. So that way we could, go on a little longer. But my little ass is going to get some rest so that I can finish cleaning and cooking. And after I'm finished doing, breakfast and dinner for my kids, then we go back live and we do the reviews and reactions. Where Commander at? She fell asleep.
I'm here. I'm here.
Nine?
Good night, everyone. Good night, Nine. Thanks for having me up.
That is crazy that I said it like they was going to both get arrested. They rumbling like they was at the WWE. This shit was Stephanie and Shane McMahon.
They're both going in, and I bet you the daughter didn't think she was going to go in. She's probably regretting it right now.
Yep. But the mom has issues. I feel as though I don't know but I think the daughter does know that the mom got issues, and I feel as though that the mom, instead of calling the cops, the cops was the right place to call, but there's a different, when you call when you dial 911 and you request for an officer, right, and you know that somebody's dealing with mental health issues, you don't request a regular officer. They have special officers that will come into your home that are trained and are supposed to deal with, people that have mental health. We've seen before what happens when they you've seen Kanika Jenkins, you've seen, not Kanika Jenkins, Sonia Massey, my bad. I don't know why I just brought up Kanika Jenkins. Sonia Massey and the other girl that had mental health issues that got shot up by the officers. Then it turned out that Sonia Massey didn't really have mental health issues. The mom was self-diagnosing her. But the other girl that got shot down by the officers because the brother called in because he needed assistance, she did have mental health issues. So a lot of this is happening out here, right? So, it is a blessing when you get a good officer come in. But unfortunately, we got more trigger-happy officers than good officers.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. It was bound to happen, though. She should have played it smart and gotten some type of different help. She could have took her to, went to a mental health facility and asked for a doctor's opinion, explained what was happening, what was going on. Because the mom does have issues. It's there. You can see it. So, hopefully it works out when they come home because we got to get an update on this video. But we is going to pick up on this. Commander, I appreciate you coming up here, yo. And I appreciate the support. But Shorty about to get off this John. I'm about to lay down for a little bit and get ready to make this breakfast and clean in 2 hours. So I think I'm about to Netflix and chill. Or see
Good
who's
night,
live.
everyone. Get some rest.
Who's live? Facts.
I don't
know. Huh?
I don't know who's live right now.
Right, damn. It's 4 in the morning. But I know my ass about to lay down for a minute because this video is an hour long? Yeah, we're going to pick up on it later on.
All right, peace out.
Peace out, Commander. I appreciate everybody that has been here, that's been rocking out with a Shorty, man. But I'm about to get off this John and make sure y'all sub up because listen, man, I don't schedule lives, man. I just pop up, man. So make sure y'all sub up if y'all enjoyed the stream. Smash that like button for a shorty, man. These are open panels, right? Every time I do this on the weekends, there are open panels. So if you're not sub up, sub up. If you enjoy the stream, help a shorty out. Smash that like button, right? If you ain't like it, hit that dislike button. Share the live, And on that note, I'm out, man. These videos be crazy, yo. I'm gonna see y'all later on today because this whole week I'm not going live unless there's an event or I'm out there and it's cold as shit to be going live outside. So shorty out.